September 24th, 2022. As it turns out, it was supposed to be the date of a new rapture. It was like a new end times date that was given. And Christians were going heckin' batty over it. Heckin' batty, I'm telling you. I went through TikTok and found a whole bunch of stuff all through it of people talking about September 24th and the fact that it was the new rapture and we all better be prepared and all that stuff. Check this out. Urgent, on the eve of it all, September 24th, September 11th, 24th September, a day to remember, blah, blah, blah. Urgent warning, sunrise, Jerusalem, Sunday, 25th September. Oh, thank you so much, Sister Rebecca. I pray that we are raptured soon. Here's another one. It will be a day to remember, September 24th, 2022. Prophecy. I, God, will show you my fire. On that day there will be a shout of joy as evil is exposed and runs in retreat. The shofar is blown in celebration as evil is cast out of America and blessing return. His glory is revealed to the world. Evil will be thwarted as America collapses. Yeah, big date in conspiracy land, especially among QAnoners and Trump supporters and stuff, and giga Christian nationalists. Check this woman out. This is on TikTok. She was giving us her thoughts on September 24th. Of course, this passed. This is like long past at this point. But, it's interesting to see what people were saying beforehand, knowing that it was completely made up. We knew it was made up before it passed, but now it's most definitely made up. So listen to what she had to say about it. This is before September 24th hit.
September 24th is all over my feed. So let me weigh in on this because that's what
please do. I am deeply entertained.
Because that's what everyone has messaged me this morning. What do you think about September 24th? I think that it's going to be September 24th. Jesus is very clear that we do not know the day or the hour. We do not know the day or the hour. I'm not going to say that Jesus isn't going to come because I would never say that. Who am I to know when Jesus is going to come and who he's told and all that stuff? So anyway.
Honestly, if in my opinion, if somebody specifically names a date, I feel very confident saying it's not going to happen on that date, specifically because somebody believes that they know it, and Jesus did say nobody will know the day or the hour. So by the very fact that they believe that they know it, that tells me that they don't know it, and it isn't that date, seems to me. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Conspiracy theorists deeply, deeply believe that this is going to be the one, and it's just so entertaining to me.
But I will say that we don't know the day or the hour. We know the season, and I do believe we're in the season. But as far as and it is the Feast of Trumpets, kind of like in that week. I'm not real sure. I think it was like the 26th or 20, I'm not sure what day it starts, but I do know that there's that we are in that fall feast of the Jewish culture, and so that's interesting. But I wouldn't.
I feel like the fact that people keep predicting the end, like Harold Camping in 2014, bet like everything that he owned that he was going to be right, that it was going to come that day, that year, whatever. I feel like the fact that people keep predicting the end like this speaks to how absolutely obsessive over apocalypticism people are. Like the Bible specifically says you will not know when the end will come. And people still obsess over it. How is it that humans are so obsessed over apocalypticism? How did that evolve in us? Bizarre, man.
Be freaked out because if you are a child of God, you don't have anything to fear. So
I don't have anything to fear anyways.
Could it be the rapture of the church? It could be, because we're not waiting on anything for Jesus to come. It could be here in the next 5 minutes. So be ready. But it could also be something bad. I've heard some people say, well, what about the new world order that's going to be ushered in? We've heard rumor of it. We know it's coming.
Oh boy, now it's getting crazy. Now we're going to crazy town. Did you hear what she said? I've heard some people say, that's called weasel words, where she refers to some ambiguous group or authority who claims to have more knowledge than you, and they are imparting their information onto you. It's nonsense. There is no authority out there who has secret information about when the rapture is coming or whatever else.
And it's just like, when Peter said, I'm not going to let them arrest you. You're not going to be, arrested and stuff. And Jesus said to Peter, get behind me, Satan. It wasn't that he was being mean to Peter. It was just, there's a plan.
It felt like he was being mean to Peter. I would be a little offended if Jesus said that to me, called me Satan. It was kind of mean to Peter. He didn't need to be mean.
And so that's why we're supposed to pray, God, Father, we pray for your will to be done on earth as it is in heaven. You're praying for his will, and his will is going to be famines and earthquakes and things like that. So when you pray, make sure that you're praying for the Lord's will, and it might get bad, but we have that promise. I believe Revelation 3.
Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry. She's unhinged. This is ridiculous. And it's not just her. It's a lot of people. People's Facebook feeds were filled with this. My Facebook feed was filled with this. TikTok feed, Instagram, it was filled with September 24th. And I follow some Telegram channels that are actually really hard to get into. They're invite-only Telegram channels. They're like Donald Trump Telegram channels and stuff like that, not just anybody can get into. And I saw a bunch of it there too. Just nonstop. Oh my God, the apocalypse is going to be here September 24th. It was nutty stuff, dude. Nutty stuff. So anyways, that brings us cleanly to our first voicemail of the day. Let's listen to what this said.
Hey, Owen, it's Kaya from California. Did you hear? Today's September 26th. I guess we missed the Rapture on the 24th.
Guess we did, and nobody else went up either. Literally not one person. Weird, right?
It's Monday, and I work at a preschool, and all my students are here, too, so.
Even the innocents, even the children didn't get to go to heaven during the Rapture. How about that?
Guess we all missed it, huh?
Yeah. It's absolutely insane, dude. I just don't get how people are so gullible that they will buy something so blatantly, obviously false. Well, I do get it. It's a lifetime of propaganda and brainwashing to convince you that Jesus is coming any 5 minutes now, and an absolute obsession with it to the point that you build your entire life around the expectation. I get it. I was there. It happened to me. I was in that mindset for many years. I didn't ever plan on going to college because it was going to be a waste of my time. I didn't plan on buying a house. Figured I'd just rent. What's the point? My house will be destroyed anyways in Armageddon, and I'll have to rebuild and all that stuff. Who cares? Why blow the money on it, So I was there. I had that mindset too. It's just sad to see, It's sad to see people fall into it like this, and I wish people weren't so wrapped around this apocalypticism. Anyway, it is entertaining as hell sometimes, though. I appreciate the voicemail.
Hey, Owen, this is Andrew from Saskatchewan, Canada. I just have a question related to about what you just said earlier. So I've noticed that you said that that the God of the New Testament wouldn't stand for what Greg Locke preaches and other televangelists out there, right? But earlier, if I'm not mistaken, you said that the God of the Old Testament, even in the New Testament, it's fucking monsters, right? In your own words, not mine, your own words. What made you retract that and say that the God of the New Testament is this kind, loving being out there? I'm just really confused. I have no idea how you got to that conclusion, but I'm not judging. I don't know how you got to that conclusion. Love what you do, by the way. Bye.
Yeah, I appreciate the voicemail. Okay, here's my analysis of it, of the Bible verses and everything else. There is a lot of bad stuff in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. A lot of negative stuff about the gay community and all, it's all through there. God commits genocides on a regular basis practically in the Old Testament, right? And the New Testament, there are some bad spots in that too. There's some negative stuff about the LGBT community. There's some negative stuff about various different groups. And at one point, Paul says that you should shun people from the church and if they do this thing or that thing or whatever else, right? There are bad things to be found in both the Old Testament and the New Testament. Not to mention the fact that women should be subservient to men and should be quiet and should not be permitted to teach and things like that. I mean, it's a very hierarchical, top-down, authoritarian type of approach, right? But aside from all that, the general theme that Jesus taught, or the general theme that Jesus carried, the ideas that Jesus was trying to communicate were generally, for the most part, loving. It was about not hating others and being accepting and just staying in your corner and doing your thing and loving Jesus and giving to the poor. You know, there are various different types of themes all through the Bible, but I would say the overarching theme of the New Testament is, for the most part, loving. Like I said, there are verses that contradict verses you read 10 minutes ago in both the Old Testament and the New Testament. It's a big book, and it contradicts itself nonstop. But I think the overall theme was loving in the New Testament for the most part. So anyway, that's just kind of my take on it. It's a confusing position to have because it's a confusing book. It's a gigantic book that contradicts itself constantly.
Hey, Owen, I was just calling to respond to your question of what might happen once Trump is out of the picture. The QAnoners already had a theory of a Trump dynasty, that Trump was supposed to be reelected and be in office into 2024. And then Ivanka would be in into 28. Then Don Jr. to 36. Then Eric to 44.
So Trump Sr. was expected to go through to 2024. And then Ivanka would go, and then Don Jr. would go, I think, so far, right?
Don Jr. to 36. Then Eric to 44. Then ironically, Tiffany to 52. And then Barron into 2060. So I think it's going to keep on going. And even if he doesn't get back in office, I think Don Jr. or...
Yeah, I think you're right that people were expecting a dynasty, or at least Donald Trump himself was expecting a dynasty. He was hoping to control the government for the next 50 years. 100% agree with you on that. And I'll show you evidence for what you're saying here in a minute, too.
Or appearing on Flashpoint and other conservative media, is positioning himself to at least try and be a king picker. I don't think he's going to run himself, but I think he wants to be in that position to be able to pick who he wants in office to try and benefit himself. That's it. Enjoy listening to the show. Bye.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I don't think that Donald Trump's family is going to leave politics anytime soon, even when Donald himself kicks it. I totally agree with you. They fully intend to stay involved as much as possible, which is probably why they were involved with the administration when they were anyways. Like, why would they be involved in the administration? They're already filthy rich. Because they want power. That's why. Because they wanted power. And they got it. This is actually a video of Cat Kerr, an evangelical supposed prophetess who talks to God and goes to heaven on a regular basis, explaining in, I think, 2018 what she expected to happen with the White House. She was told this by God. Remember, she's a prophetess, so God handed this information down from on high to Cat Kerr. Listen to this.
Yeah, Trump will be there for 8 years. I'll throw it in for free.
So Trump will be there for 8 years.
Pence for 8 years.
That's before they hated Pence, of course. So Trump for 8 years, Pence for 8 years.
That's for free. And whoever Pence picks as vice president, 8 years, that's for free. 24.
So whoever Pence picks for vice president. So she believed that Trump was going to basically bring back an era of extreme conservatism where Democrats would be incapable of taking office for 24 years. That was her prophecy from God. God told her this. Not prediction, prophecy.
24 years of God in the White House. I knew he was going to win. I mean, I knew Trump was going to win because I'm a business person, and this country needed a business person to lead it. And caught me up to heaven 4 times.
She says she was called up to heaven 4 times, i.e., God literally brought her to heaven to sit with him and talk to him. That's what she means when she says that. She says she's painted pictures of God with him sitting in front of her and touched his hair and taken pictures of him and everything.
And caught me up to heaven 4 times. It showed me everything that would happen concerning Trump, and then showed me him sitting as president in the White House. There was nobody that couldn't convince me. He wasn't going to win. I don't care how many people running against him. We'll see. When God chooses you...
Oh, yeah. Ouch. This was before the 2020 election took place. That's painful. She was claiming that God brought her to heaven and showed her Trump sitting in the White House in 2023. Ouch. Kind of stuck your foot in your mouth on that one, didn't you?
This is you. And by the way, Trump said yes. Everybody say he said yes. He chose to be chosen.
That's painful. That is straight up painful. I'm sorry, Cat. You got it wrong. Not the only thing she's gotten wrong. We're going to be covering some more stuff with Cat Kerr about a hurricane that she tried to, Hurricane Dorian back in, I don't know, 2015, I think, that she claimed to have deflected away from the coast of Florida. Kept everybody safe. Yeah, that's Cat Kerr, if you're unfamiliar. Nutter butter of epic proportions, to say the least, but I'll be damned if it's not entertaining to listen to her go off about all these crazy prophecies. Well-reasoned, just so you know, someone pretending to be you is contacting commenters in your vids and telling them they want a prize, then saying they need to pay money to ship them as much as $300. Yeah, I know. It's a scam. I've mentioned it a few times now. I'm not messaging anybody to do anything for me in the comments or go to my Telegram or anything like that. It's not going to happen. So yeah, just don't fall for any of those scams, okay? David Pakman's dealing with the same thing. There's not much I can do except try to delete the messages as they come in. And I can only do that so much. Like, there's only so much time in the day, you know? So anyway, yeah, thanks for letting me know. By the by, from 8 to 8:30 Eastern time before the podcast every single Sunday, I get in my Discord and hang out with people and just chat in the special events voice channel. So I'm in a voice channel talking to people and stuff. I don't know if you guys feel like joining Discord or you feel like talking to me next week or whatever else, but it's something to do. I think there are only like 19 of us usually, or 20. So if you guys like had a message for me or something, you could just get in there and chat with me. So a minute ago, I ended a segment by saying, to play us out, we're going to watch Tina Peters getting arrested. And one of my commenters, Zada Hugla, correctly recognized that as a shout out to old Bill O'Reilly. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but I'm opening you to a whole new wide world of memes, if not. Check this out. I don't know when this came out, but it's old. It's from when O'Reilly was like a newscaster or something like that. Check this out.
That's tomorrow. And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but... Okay. Yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay.
He's such an angry person. Why doesn't he just chill out? Just take a chill pill, man. And don't be a D-bag to your staff. Ever.
Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video.
It means to end the show, you idiot. What do you think it means? Oh my God, to play us out. Have you never heard that before? How long has this guy been watching the news? He's like, what, 40-something in this show? Has he never seen the news in his life? To play us out is such a common saying. How does he not know this? Not only is he like 40-something and has been watching the news presumably for 40-something years, being involved in politics, but he's also a newscaster himself. He should have watched even more news than the average person. How does he not know what to play us out means? Oh my God.
What is...
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean?
I don't insult people. I don't do it. It is beneath me. I'm sorry I insulted Bill O'Reilly a minute ago. I am resisting with all my might, insulting him again.
To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay, in 5.
Okay, that one's on you, bro.
4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
I love it to death, man. This is the heart of so many memes. I love it. Fucking thing sucks. It's so funny.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
It's not over. He is such a douchebag. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I just love this. I love it. It is so funny. Oh god. It's fantastic. So thank you for that trip down memory lane there, Zatahugla. That was just great. Such an asshole. That was an epic tantrum. It absolutely was. Oh my god. That guy just lost his fucking mind. Oh, I love that meme of Bill O'Reilly. I love it so much. That whole video. I feel like the world is a better place because that video released to the public. It's just the best. It's just the best in every way. Yeah, I can't read it. There are no words there. To play us out. To play us out. What does that mean? Fucking thing sucks. And when he says sucks, his hair floof kind of floats downward. You guys notice that? Says sucks and his hair like floofs down. Oh.
No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
See what I'm saying? His hair floof kind of like floats down as he goes, like headbanging about how mad he is. Fucking thing sucks, you know? It's fantastic. I just love it to death, man. I love it. It's just the best. Oh my god. Okay. No more Bill O'Reilly. No more. No time. We got other stuff to talk about.